What did Team Emily do when their summer Transalpine trip didn't get past the jumped-up downs because the Clyde River was too high to cross? They went somewhere else, of course, and where better than the nearby Cameron Valley? They started at midday just as the rain stopped. They found the route up the valley mostly easy enough, and it was not necessary to cross the river anywhere. The clearing views ahead encouraged them along, and soon enough they arrived at Cameron Hut with its purple door. They made a short walk upstream to view the Cameron Glacier before settling in for a homemade high meal followed by a pub quiz. And then a comfy night's sleep once the hut's solar-powered lamp had switched itself off. The weather was perfect next morning, and Team E was soon enough underway up the climb to the summit of Peak 2238. This took them a few hours of steep grass, unpleasant scree, and a final rotten ridge. They traversed over the peak and found a lunch spot on the other side above the Ashburton Glacier. It was here that one of the party accidentally sent a boulder sliding majestically downhill until it stopped right beside Sarah, but not before it had completely squashed her lunch. Fortunately, she managed to salvage most of her newly crumbed biscuits. Then some more loose scree to descend to the ice of the glacier. Getting there was quite exciting for some in the team, as it was their first time on a real glacier. And quite different from Mount Victoria Rugby Field and the painted white lines that were the imaginary crevasses where they had done much of their roping up and rescue practice. Once all five had tied into the 60-meter rope, they headed down the glacier on pleasantly easy travel with plenty of small and moderate-sized crevasses to jump. The surrounding scenery was spectacular, with ice falls, hanging glaciers, steep mountains on all sides, and plenty of rockfall, as is typical of much of the eastern side of the Southern Alps.
Holy! I bet this is tough night. Oh God, thank you. That's as close as I want to do it.
Take another photo.
Holy smoke! There's like a whole tunnel there.
That's why you're on a rope.
Thank God for that. Walk over the edge of that. Whew. That'll be a much of my dreams tonight. There's overhang up there too. Hey, fire.
Coming over. Wow, shit.
Someone, have you got a photo of it? Have you got it?
Yeah.
I think somebody's back. Okay, I'm stopping for a look myself.
Yeah.
And stepping over.
Yeah.
Whoa! Whoa! Take a look at the crest.
Pretty mean, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty. Oh, be excited. Okay, holy moly! Look at I'm standing right on it, eh?
Yep. Coming over.
Hang fire again, so another one here on his over. Lovely communication.
Right.
And there's another one here.
Right.
But all too soon the clean ice ended, and it was then a long and slow bash down the moraine to the grass of the Ashburton Valley and finally on to Top Hut for the night, where they arrived just as it was getting dark. A group of hunters who had driven their four-wheel drive up the river were already in the hut getting ready for bed. They were a friendly lot and said that they had been glassing Team E for hours and so were not surprised to see them arrive. The last day of the trip was an easy wander down the valley, then over a low saddle back to the Cameron and finally the carpark. It had been a great trip as a fill-in for Team E while waiting for the big rivers to drop. And it had made all the hours they had pretended to fall into painted crevasses and rescue each other under the quizzical gaze of passers-by on Mount Victoria totally worthwhile.